Mary Pat Noonan, Jersey City Redevelopment Agency. The Jersey City Redevelopment Agency has reviewed the preliminary alignment of the proposed pipeline that will run through the city. The agency has serious concerns regarding this proposed alignment. The proposed pipeline either runs through or abuts numerous redevelopment areas, including but not limited to Bates Streets, Haven Point, Grand Jersey, Greenville Industrial, Jersey Avenue, Liberty Harbor, Montgomery Street, Morris Canal, and Newport. These redevelopment areas were created to attract and spur economic growth and opportunities throughout the city. The proposed pipeline would severely inhibit these objectives. The potential loss of future investments of commercial, industrial, market rate, and affordable housing development would not only be lost in monetary dollars, but also in the city's ability to provide quality opportunities for its residents. It is therefore that we request FERC's assistance in asking Spectra Energy to find an alternate route for their proposed pipeline.
Thank you. Robert Cotter.
Thank you. My name is Robert Cotter. That's C-O-T-T-E-R. I live about 600 feet away from here. I'm the planning director of Jersey City, a job and a responsibility and pleasure I've had for more than 20 years. I want to talk to you tonight about my experiences in the city, Jersey City, and how much progress I've seen in the 30 years since I started working here, and give you my professional opinion. I'm a licensed certified planner in New Jersey, and I'm certified on the national level by the American Institute of Certified Planners. The bottom line of my professional opinion is that this pipeline in this location will have a chilling effect on Jersey City's economic development and future. And what's critical about that is the economic development of our city over the last 30 years or so has led to substantial environmental cleanup. All of the development sites that we see in Jersey City had an industrial past for the most part, and most of that past was the legacy of who cares about the toxics that you're dumping into the soil. So the economic development projects, all of them require remediation of those environmental degradations that are part of the environment of Jersey City. Chilling development potential leaves toxics and contaminants in the soil for further years, perhaps for generations. So that's a significant impact that I think, as the mayor pointed out so well, the sort of diminishing of the desirability of locating anywhere near this pipeline. Now, I wanted to tell you, I looked at the right-of-way from the southern end all the way to the northern end. And in the southern end, that's a warehousing district, and there you're probably talking about 15 jobs per acre. That's a typical scenario for warehousing. When you get to the northern end, where the office potential is, we have buildings here like the Goldman Sachs Tower, 42 stories, the 101 Hudson, where we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 jobs per acre. So if we can't produce those jobs, then those jobs wind up going somewhere else, and probably not in a place where more than 50% of the people can commute to those jobs by mass transit, saving gas and not polluting the air. So this is a very green city because we've gone up with our development and our employment base. So I'm not too opposed to the southern end because of the warehousing nature and industrial nature. But as it starts to move north and out of the industrial park, it does things like pass Cochran Stadium, which is the largest athletic stadium for our high school and kids to play football and baseball. It passes Chapel Avenue, which is the only means of egress for the people that live at Port Liberté. If something happens to the pipeline there, they can't get out of their facility by automobile. They have to be evacuated by boat, and that won't be able to be done in an emergency time frame. Not to mention that it's also right in front of the Army Reserve Unit. So if there's a catastrophe there, the Army won't be able to mobilize. And also passes right in front of the front yard of the residences at Liberty, which is attached to the Liberty National Golf Course, which brought Jersey City and New Jersey international fame when the Barclays Golf Tournament was played there last summer. This is a very important part of the city's image as a place that has changed from a gritty industrial city to a green city of the 21st century. Very significant impacts on that proposed project. It also passes in back of the Jersey City Car Pound and the Municipal Utilities Authority. The Car Pound is on its way out. The city has purchased a new facility for our public works garage, and we will relocate the Car Pound to that facility off of Linden Avenue. And the MUA doesn't do any sewage treatment on that spot anymore. It's simply a pumping station that sends the sewage effluent over to Passaic Valley Sewage Treatment in Newark. So we can redevelop that site. The Car Pound is designed for townhouse development, residential, and the MUA site is being proposed for a hotel convention center that hooks up with Liberty Science Center and Liberty State Park. Then we start to hit the populated areas. Currently, using the 2000 census, found that 6,600 people live on a block that's within 400 feet of the pipeline. And of those 6,600 people, 71% are minority. We can't tell what the incomes are because block data doesn't give incomes, but 2 of the 3 housing developments that we're talking about with population are public housing projects for people of low and moderate income. So I'm fairly sure that the majority of the people within the 400 feet distance are people of limited income. So the issues of environmental justice are clear in our face. Now, when it gets to 17th Street, it really begins to affect the future. And that's what I do. I try and project the future and provide for it so that we're prepared when the future arrives. At 17th Street, it begins to hit areas that are recognized in the 2009 Master Plan Circulation Element of Jersey City as having high potential for future growth. We estimate up to 9,000 residential units can be built in that area known as the Jersey Avenue redevelopment area and the Newport redevelopment area. They look fallow today because they're being cleared for redevelopment. We're proposing, and we've worked with New Jersey Transit on a new light rail transit stop at 18th and Jersey. Well, the pipeline is right there too at 18th and Jersey. So its impact on the ability to develop those blocks is significant, and most of this development is essentially within about 600 feet of the pipeline on either side. Finally, we get to the Newport area where the data complexes for Wall Street and the global markets, as Mayor has pointed out, have been affected by water main breaks. In that location on 18th Street, we suspect that the water main breaks are the result of electrical current that's straying from the light rail system and is affecting the soils, and that there has corroded the pipe that we're talking about that broke, which is only about 25 years old. And finally, the Long Slip Canal, New Jersey Transit has apparently agreed to that right of way. I'm not quite sure if they've agreed or not, but it's being proposed by Spectra. The Long Slip Canal was to be filled in and be developed with high-rise buildings in the coming decades as a way of getting New Jersey Transit income to help defray the cost of mass transit in New Jersey. If the pipeline goes there, that idea of Elcor's building 60-story apartment buildings and office buildings is gone forever. So I agree 100% with Mayor Healy. The pipeline needs to get underwater sooner. The sooner the better. There's several areas where it can escape the land and get out into the water in the industrial tracts of Jersey City, or better yet, take it right from Staten Island straight up into New York City. I thank you.
People here tonight to know that there's a city council meeting going on right now. Otherwise, all 9 council people would be here tonight standing with us. And as a lot of these folks know, we don't always agree, but it's unanimous on this issue.